Well, hello, everybody. Hello, I'm so glad to be here. I'm Mary Claus, twin sister of Mary Gunn, your intrepid host on Craft Roulette. She's taken a few days off, so she said, you want to go down to the lower 50 or lower 48 numbers? She and I, neither one of us get numbers very well. But anyway, she said, you want to go down to the States for a little bit and see the family like JD? You haven't met him yet? So I said, yeah, I'm just going to bring my flakeophone and go on down and see what's going on while you take a few days off and just go relax. So here I am, Mary Claus, at your service. If you are here to say hi to Santa because I'm here, well, he's watching. He doesn't miss a lick, that Santa. And if you're wondering who is Mary Gary, well, we're going to find out in just a few minutes, so hang tight. Like I said, I am Mary Claus. I'm the twin sister of Mary Gunn. I know a lot of people think it's really odd that our mother named us both Mary. But, if it worked for George Foreman, it worked for my mom. So here we are, just rolling right along. I have a list here. She checking it twice to make sure that I get everything in here because she's got a lot of things that she does every week, and I want to make sure I don't miss a single thing. Slideshow, all those beautiful cards. What you guys do with paper and stamps and inks. It is to be celebrated. And I think that's what they do right here on Craft Roulette. Oh, I'm supposed to say something about Craft Roulette. What is it? There's something I'm supposed to say. It is. That's not what I need right now, S. Claus. It is the ultimate, original, card crafting, paper making, game show challenge. That's close enough for me. So that's what it is, and that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to see. I'm going to make a card. Me, Mrs. Claus, the cookie maker of the North Pole, is going to make a card. So we'll see how that goes. I'm better with a spatula and some shortening than I am with paper, but we'll make something. You might have to help me. Those cards, though, oh my goodness, there were 363 of them, and they were beautiful. They really were. I'm fogging up my glasses here. They were beautiful, though. These hats are hot. They aren't so hot up in the North Pole, but they're pretty hot down here. And there were 3 videos. She had me watch them this afternoon. Well, I do watch them anyway because they're so good. I learned so much. And sometimes I think, I could use that for a little recipe card. I take your ideas all the time. I do want to say, Mr. Producer did a great job on that music and making it all holiday friendly, didn't he? Let's pull that curtain back and see how he's doing tonight. There he is. He's got his hand to show us. And that also reminds us to go ahead and give us a Vinny, as they say, a Santa. Give us a thumbs up, and we would appreciate that. Because I really want more Vinnies than my sister Mary gets. Could you help me out, please? I mean, she gets like some. I want a lot. I want to be able, sisters. Do want to say a couple things. She wanted to make sure that I said to Sis, Arlene Flanagan, that I hope you're feeling better. And I do too. We're up there at the North Pole, all hoping that. Hat Trick. She told me there's somebody named Hat Trick in the chatterbox that got some wisdom teeth pulled out. Just sounds terrible. So we hope that's healing up just real nice. And then, we're all watching out for our friend Mari Clark. We just all want the very, very best for her. So from North Pole to South Pole, we're all pulling for you, Mari. I can't say her name. Mari, is that really how? Of course, that's how you say her name. All I have to do is look in Santa's nice list, and I find her there. I don't always get the right the way they pronounce it. Anyway, I need to move along here. There's something called spin sponsors here. That's what we would like to say thank you to right now. Craft Roulette Shop. That's my sister's shop. And she's got a few little stamp sets and some merch over there that you can get from their Craft Roulette shop. And they're giving away a $35 gift certificate this month. And then Bitty Penny. She is definitely on Santa's nice list. And she is giving away a $25 gift certificate to one of you that sent in those cards last week. That's almost like Christmas morning every week. Okay. Oh, Craft Roulette is not sponsored by any company. They are sponsored by your friendship. Isn't that nice? I think that is just so nice that you all say, I like what they're doing over there on Craft Roulette. I'm going to give them $5 a month and see what they can do with it. Thank you for supporting my sister, so she doesn't ask me for money all the time. Santa gets those requests every once in a while. Dear Santa, can you send me $5? No. That's what he says every time. And so we're just so glad that my sister Mary isn't asking those things of Santa, because he gets real loud when he gets that kind of request. But we, friends of Craft Roulette, rely on your support, and it's called membership. There's more about that on their website, craftroulette.live. I don't know. Is there anything else, Mr. Producer? You're going to have to help me here. Is there anything else? No? Okay. Vicki Parson asked a question in the membership group, because it's on my list. And she said, who is Mary Gary? Let's find out. Mary Gary from the North Pole, come on in.
Oh, hello, everyone.
There's a familiar face. Oh, my goodness, it's good to see you, Mary Gary. Everything running out? Everything going okay up in the North Pole without me?
Yeah, I see you made it there perfectly fine. That's great to see.
I did. That first class sled isn't too bad. It's the part where having you kind of run a trial, let's say. Santa thought, I better run the trial, see if the sled's working, and the sled's working great. The hard part was when he just kind of shoved me out and said, happy landings! Happy landing, wifey poo. I knew I should have made his pants fit him a little better instead of those stretchy pants that I'd taken in at the side.
Yeah. He's a kidder.
He has a sense of humor. Well, Mary Gary, they've been wondering who you are, and we have been tight-lipped.
Yeah, this is quite the honor to be here. Watch this show all the time in North Pole. My name is Mary Gary, and I am the head of the North Pole's card making and embellishment department. I make sure that everything is in order. I order the supplies, the embellishments. I manage quality control, and I make sure everything is shipped out. And I do it. I've been doing this for a long, long time, as you know, Mary.
I do know Mary Gary, and we have had a lot of adventures over the years, haven't we?
Oh, yes. Yeah. And I don't typically make the cards myself. I have a very talented team that I work with. And what else about me? I live on 14 Candy Cane Lane, and my Santa security number is 156. What? No. Apparently I can't say that. I can't say that.
Well, it's a secret.
Well, let's just continue with that. We don't need to talk about those type of things.
You don't have to give your name, rank, and serial number here. Yeah,
No,
we
no,
do at the
no.
North Pole sometimes when we're taking roll.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Usually we have security here. Holly Hardhat here is she's very strict, and but she said this time I don't need to stay at. I guess the people here don't need to know that.
Well, you don't get out very much, Mary Gary.
I don't. No,
You are
no.
just work, 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 work.
It is. It's a lot of work, and trying to spread the cheer of holiday cards.
Well, I think we're going to have a good time tonight. I'm really glad to have you here since I know you and we spend so much time together eating cookies and drinking hot cocoa and candy canes and making cards and lots of cookies and I've got mine right here.
I love my hot chocolate.
Yep. My hot chocolate has a tea bag this time, but that's a second guest. So, or a second choice around North Pole. You had a question for me since this is the first time you've ever been on a have you ever been on a TV show or a game show or YouTube?
No, this is the first time. I'm shocked. Of all the years, this is the first time I've been asked.
Well, this is a big moment for all of us.
Okay.
So did you have a question for me?
I do. Who is Mary Gary?
Leave it to an elf to have a sense of humor. You know who Mary Gary is. Did you have another question?
Oh, yes, you got it. What is craft roulette?
Oh, that's it. I get to check that one off now, too. Okay, we're moving right along. Thank you, Mary Gary. We did it. We pulled off the introduction. Chatterbox. We're so glad you're here. Mr. Producer, if we have any questions, we know we can ask you. Santa, pipe down. And let's find out what is craft roulette and what we're in for. We'll be right back.
Did somebody ask what craft roulette is?
In a nutshell, Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel, and everyone is invited to play along. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. The wheel has 24 spots to land on, but the spot it lands on might not always be a parameter. It could be a special, like guest's choice, a vetoed parameter, or other fun surprises. When you add the infinite creativity of our community and try and calculate the possible options, square the fun, carry the glitter, divide by the imagination, you end up with a near limitless amount of possible projects. Whoa. We invite a special guest on each week to share their unique spin on our challenge. If you'd like to participate, you don't have to create live with us. You can sit back and enjoy the show. Once the episode airs, you have around 50 hours to finish your own project using the same 4 parameters from this episode and submit, so don't delay too long. After your project is ready, take a photo and head over to our website. Use the Submit Contribution form to officially contribute. The form is open to the public and no membership is required. Everyone who contributes will be featured on our website, included in the next episode slideshow, and automatically entered into the next giveaway. When you visit www.craftroulette.live, you'll find all of our past episodes along with their contribution gallery, the current wheel parameters, info on how to participate, a calendar of upcoming guests, links to our spin sponsors, contact and prize claim forms, our shop, and a huge membership platform. But more on that later. And that's Craft Roulette. If you like what we do, please subscribe, like the video, and share it with your crafty friends who might enjoy it too. Everyone is invited to join in the fun. We like to celebrate around here, so before we spin for this week's set of parameters, we're going to look back at last week one last time and highlight some of our community's achievements. And now, back to the show.
Okay, that's a good little explanation about what is craft roulette. I sometimes forget, even though I watch every week, so I really am glad to see that and really glad to have my checklist so I can check it twice. If you're just coming in, I'm Mary Claus, the twin sister of Mary Gunn, and she's taking the night off, and I'm hosting with Mary Gary, who will be back here in just a moment or two. Oh, wow, you guys are everywhere. That almost looks like one of Santa's maps. That's a lot of pins. We're always hoping for some more, is what Mary Gunn said. Oh, so nice to see so many nice pins on the United States and Canada, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Africa, and even in the Caribbean. You guys are so special. I love it. I love it. Okay, what are we doing here? I got sidetracked. We're going to talk about the achievements. There are apparently some achievements that they dreamed up. And I know there's one new to Mug Club. Congratulations, Allison Halliburton Harper. That sounds like something from My Fair Lady. Allison Halliburton Harper. But congratulations for sending in 100 cards. That is so many cards. Yay for you. I'm so happy for you. We also have 5 new Club 52 members. That is exciting. Our major milestone achievers to celebrate, and those leading ladies that are always leading ladies on the nice list. So there was the card that my sister made last week. Oh, that really is cute. I wish we had penguins up at the North Pole, but I suppose it would be bad with the polar bears. Caitlin Anthony, she's on the nice list. She sure makes a good card. She is a lovely, lovely lady. I know that when she's on, Mary Gunn really likes spending time with her. Thank you, Caitlin, for letting my sister have a good evening. I appreciate you. And that was her beautiful card. Oh, that's pretty. I'd like that hanging it up at the North Pole in Santa's workshop. Now, there's something here. It says, invite guest back in. So, Mary Gary, come on back in. There he is, as cute as can be. And what we're going to do is we're going to celebrate. I think we can do that, don't you?
Oh, yeah. This is nothing.
We do a lot of celebrating at the North Pole. So we'll just go through it. I'll say their name, if I get their name, say it wrong, hopefully they'll understand. And then you can just kind of say what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
And they told me this is on a timer, so it has to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta be quick.
Like us on Christmas Eve. That's right. When we're packing that sleigh. So, Miss Producer, I think, has the buttons on this one. Let's see. It wasn't me. It must be him. Major milestone achievers. Way to go, guys. Trudy Foy, 25 cards. Yeah. Can you imagine? Christy from Utah. That's pretty. Beautiful. Jessica, San Francisco, 50 cards.
Penguins.
Cute. Lori Patterson from Florida. Oh, that's precious. That's warm lovely. Winter wishes. We don't know what that would be like. Debbie from Wisconsin.
Oh, I got Blitz in there.
Prancer? Oh, I thought that was Prancer. Bonnie from Wisconsin. Oh, look at those 3 panels. Renee from Oregon. Oh, that's lovely.
I'm noticing a lot of panels here.
A lot of panels. Amy Powers, 50 cards. Oh, look at it's like our little village. Shannon from Texas, 50 cards.
Yes, Christmas.
Christy from Minnesota, 50 cards. Wow, that's pretty.
It reminds me of the North Pole blizzards.
Michaela Mackie makes. Way to go. Margie, 50 cards from Kentucky.
Snowflakes, yes.
Susan from Florida, 75 cards.
Very elegant, Susan.
Very pretty. Rachel from Scotland, 75 cards.
Is that a delicious cupcake?
Looks good, yeah. Donna from Missouri, 75. Oh, pretty blues. 75. Susan Rushton, cute card, 75.
Yeah.
Mitzi Z, 75. Oh, those little rodents. Cindy Darks Magica from Canada, 75. Look at the Northern Lights, how pretty. There's Allison Halliburton Harper with her 100th card. Nice
100.
Amy Prather Smith, 150. Kim Bright, 150. We'll have to find out how many you make in a day. Congratulations, those folks. That was really great. Our leading ladies this week. Smurf Murphy with 206.
Got to get her autograph.
Jackie Jackpot Bowler, 207.
Fantastic.
Kathy Herring, Wisconsin, 210. I think she calls this young lady 5K now. 6K Lamone, 213. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis is going to play us a pretty song with her 223rd card. And I think she calls Patty Beck the leading nice lady.
Leading lady. That is
leading nice lady.
fantastic. Look at all those beautiful cards.
Oh, so much cuteness. Club 52 welcomes Wendy Wagerman Smith. Yay! Andrea Batslatson. Terrific. Vanessa K. from Illinois. Oh, she's got 52 on there. Susan Sturck from New Zealand, 52. Oh, isn't that just the cutest?
That's so nice.
So cute. And Bertha Wilson from Michigan, 52. As I understand, you get nothing. But my gosh, what a fun thing to be able to say, I've sent in a year's worth of cards to Craft Roulette. That is just outstanding. I'm just so tickled by these wonderful card makers.
Yeah, they seem busy enough to work at the North Pole.
I think they might be. Do you think we should take applications? Do you need some help?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. We'll have to see about that.
Well, you're in charge of that department, so, we just let me know if you need somebody. I know who to talk to. Who are the good workers? Congratulations, everybody. That was just spectacular. So impressive. Well, you know what? This is the part where they always say they get nervous, Mary Gary.
I can do this.
Well, I'm going to take your enthusiasm to heart and see if I can do this too, because, like I said, I usually make cookies.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched so many episodes. I'm sure I can figure this out.
I bet you will. You're a pretty clever elf. Well, shall we have Mr. Producer pull back the curtain on the parameters then? I'm excited. I get to make a card. They're going to let me loose with paper. Oh my goodness. I'm usually got flour. I should have flour. I'm glad I cleaned up before the show. Let's see. What is this? Okay, there's the parameters. Those are the ones we're going to be finding out what we're going to do. But they always let their members veto some of the things off, some of the parameters off. And so that means if we land on something that's vetoed, we'll just spin again. And we won't have to make that. So let's find out.
Okay, let's do this.
What has been vetoed this week? Matchbook card. Oh, I don't even know what that is. A7 card for a student. Card for a craft friend.
Students deserve cards.
Students aren't getting them this week. Do you make cards for students?
No, never. No.
Never? You may want to look into that one. That may be a missing link. That
might be a good revenue stream there. Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking that's something we need to look into. So we won't be making cards for students, and that's an okay thing. Colors. Do you? Colors. What colors will we have to do this week? Elegant. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, you and I look like we're pretty elegant, but
well, we can dock it down a bit for this episode.
We can. Yeah, we don't have to be elegant.
No,
my sister Mary said, don't dress up. Just wear your normal clothes and your stretchy pants.
Yeah,
Did you get that memo?
Yeah, of course. Like, what's the bar dressing up? Just be yourself. Yeah, that's all that matters.
I think that's a good plan. I'm fairly comfortable here because just feeling like these guys seem very friendly in the chatterbox and wearing my stretchy pants and everything. I'm doing okay. Whew, getting a little hot under the collar, but we're okay. So we won't do elegant. And then for element, what did they vote off? December in the Sky. Oh, we know who we do then.
Oh, man.
Children's Story.
These children's people stories. Don't like children and students.
They don't like children or students. Whoa, we need to have... you think those people that vetoed those are on the naughty list?
I'm wondering. We better get that. Ask Santa about that one.
I'm going to have to work on their little hearts. I guess he's still in good humor. And for random, what did they vote their vetoes on? No children's story. No elegant colors. Lace or doily? Looks like it's taken over. It's taken over. Oh, good. We can still wrap. We can still wrap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No lace or doily. Well, that kind of goes with the elegant colors, too. So we're okay.
That is a good veto.
Yeah. Okay. Not too bad. You know, my sister Mary wanted me to ask you. Do you want to veto something? She didn't ask me.
Oh, well, no. Let's just do this. Let's just figure this all out. We can do this.
Neither one of us know what we're doing, so we might as well. All right.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't get a choice, then I don't get a choice. Well, let's do it that way.
I appreciate that, Mary Gary. And if it lands on guest choice, what would your guest choice be?
For the hold on, let me get my glasses. I can't see again.
You betcha.
Okay,
We haven't
so
gotten a lot of... Yeah.
For those, the project, I was thinking a holiday card. That makes perfect sense.
That makes sense. Yeah, well, you're probably pretty good at that. At number 8.
I don't know what all this other stuff is, so we'll just go right to the holiday card.
I think that's smart. And for
And
colors,
well,
what would an elf like?
Not to boast or anything, but I think elf is a pretty good color. So we'll take elf.
Number 12, elves. You would know all about that. Are elves pretty colorful?
No. Green and red.
Green and red.
And the elements, we're going to go with toys. I'm quite familiar with toys.
Toys is perfect.
It is an awesome.
Perfect. I would love to do that. And for random?
Oh, random, right. And random, we have...
This is your first time, I understand.
Buttons. We'll do buttons.
Buttons on a toy. Well,
I have
you know what, Mary Gary?
I never use them anymore.
I like those choices very much, and they seem very elvish.
Yes.
They seem very on brand.
Very good choice.
For a cute little elf, which you are. So, okay, that's what we'd do if you get your druthers. I don't know if Santa Claus has any kind of power over the wheel or not. He seems pretty independent to me.
Mm-hmm.
But we will see. Parameters. What are you guys thinking? Are we gonna get what we want tonight? I hope so. Let's give him a warm-up is what I'm supposed to do. Is that right? Yeah, that's on my list. And for project, keep running into the tree. I brought this tree from the South or the North Pole. Mary Gary, we get your choice.
Of course. It's the Christmas miracle.
It is a Christmas miracle. Mary Gary, toast to that one. Chunk. There we go. Well, let's see if you can keep this going. For colors, what will we get, Mr. Wheel? Ooh, I'm excited. Oh, well, not this time. Numbers up. Trees. We get trees for our colors. I got a tree right here, so I can get all sorts of color ideas. For element, what will we get? Oh, I'm excited now. I get to make a card. Drinking vessel. Okay. She wants me to remind everybody that we are going to talk about all these things so that you and I know what we're doing. And then for random. Huh. 16. Something from your floor.
Wow. I think you have been crazy for this one. And I am the lucky fellow who gets to craft on my clean floor.
Well, you may just have to drop something. Well, I think those are pretty good. Holiday card. We can do any holiday, but between you and me, it's probably going to be Christmas. Trees. We're going to talk about these things, but boy, you could get lots. You think green and brown first, but we can go all over the place. Drinking vessels. All sorts of things we drink out of. I've even probably had a sip out of a stream before. or a glacier pool, all those kind of things. Something from your floor. She told me earlier that has been on the wheel for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So she told me a secret because I'm in her studio because she's on vacation. She's got a little package right down here that says, for something from your floor.
Very sneaky.
I'm ready. She also gave me this speech. I was supposed to say the speech. So, okay, let's see if I get this. This is a challenge, and you are welcome to play. And here's some helpful ideas. This is going to be your art project. We want to see your artistic expression. That sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? I like that. Mm-hmm. It says we're not going to teach anything because, you're in charge of managerial stuff. You don't want to teach manager skills.
No.
And I'm in charge of cookies. And while I have a lot of really good recipes, I don't think this is the right show for that. So this is going to be an art project, not a teaching thing. The project can be very classic and simple. I really thought there were some beautiful cards in that gallery that were classic and simple. And then there were some that were very complicated and interactive. And she said that's okay too. And everywhere in between. She said that the parameters can be taken very literally. Like you can say, HEY Google, what are some tree color palettes? And HEY Google or Siri or whoever, or maybe you just have a husband sitting next to you and you go, hey, what is some tree color palettes? He thinks I'm waking him up during the show like I usually do. Or it can be highly interpreted. Like you can just take greens and have all greens. So many ways you can do each and every one of these. It says, and I think this is so nice. I really do. They accept people of all talent levels and card making abilities, which is good since this is going to be one of my first cards. And they accept cards from all ages. So they can be as old as an elf or as young as a kid. I think that's so fun. And, there's some kids that are on vacation right now. So maybe we'll be able to see some cute little kid cards.
Oh, I hope so too. They have the greatest imagination.
They do. All 4 parameters have to be included. They can be the focal point, make it a big deal, or they can be quietly included. She always says this part. I think this is so funny because why does it ever even have to be said? It needs to be family friendly so my sister doesn't blush. We do everything family friendly, don't we, up at the North Pole? And it needs to be handcrafted like you're doing it, like you're an elf. 1 card per person. All parameters are doable. Enjoy your creative adventure. That's that. Okay, I did my speech.
Yeah, that seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, well, she does that. I've heard her say it a lot of times. So, okay, let's look at this. Are we getting any ideas off of the parameter or for parameters out of the chatter box? They're always real smart. I like to read theirs. But holiday card. What do we make, Mary Gary?
Holiday cards.
Holiday cards.
We make Christmas cards. Definitely.
We are Christmas all the time at the North Pole. So that's probably what I would do. But, maybe everybody's done with their... don't listen to this part, Mary Gary. Some people may be done with Christmas cards. That's okay. I told you not to listen.
I blocked my ears and I still heard it. It was so funny.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you heard that. But if somebody did want to do Valentine's or something, that'd be okay.
Oh,
that'd be okay.
Yeah, okay. That's still nice.
Yeah, it's still nice. It still shows love. You could even make it for a student if you wanted to.
That would be very kind. Breaking the rule to make a card for a student.
Well, it's just that they don't have to make a card for a student.
Oh, right. They don't have to, but they can.
Mm-hmm. That's how I understood it. And then trees. It could be Christmas trees. It could be a forested trees. It could be a snowy tree. What are you thinking? You've got all that snow around all that fancy fur and everything.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you're familiar with what's her name? Glossy Doodlewink. I think she has a pink tree in her cabin there. Yeah, so even a pink tree would work as a color.
I haven't gotten down to see her cabin yet. A pink
Oh,
one.
yeah.
What was her name
Yeah.
again?
It was Glossy Doodlewink.
Does she have a YouTube channel?
Down on 140 Gingerbread Avenue.
Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho!
Oh, that Glossy. She has a way with color. She does. So, yeah, it could be pink. It could be pink. All right. Drinking vessels, I'm starting to wonder. Drinking vessels. Do we dare? Do we dare? Mugs are always good. Mugs. Or it could just be a small image of something, or a reference to a drinking vessel, or you could maybe even use, this would be terrible, but you could use a drinking vessel to put your water brush in if you wanted to paint. Just make sure you don't drink after that.
Yes,
that would be the
wouldn't
terrible
very good.
part. That would be terrible. It's awful. So, yes, drinking vessels could be cups, mugs. It could be a scene of all sorts of people drinking out of vessels. All those kind of things. But what do you think you might do? I need some ideas, Mary.
I was a little confused. I thought this was a boat shaped like a drink. I didn't really understand the drinking vessels.
Maybe they're drinking on a vessel.
Oh, maybe. Eggnog and hot chocolate.
Eggnog and hot chocolate. That's exactly right. Oh, look, there's this is Craft by Jay. Just gave us a little Christmas cheer. A little Christmas super chat. Thank you, Craft by Jay. He says this might be the best show ever. He hasn't smiled this much in months.
Well, I'm glad we can
nice.
entertain you, Craft by Jay.
Craft by Jay, we're here for you all night. And something from your floor. So you said you have a clean floor. I am so proud of you, because I know Santa, that's important to Santa.
Yes,
because
yes,
he has
doesn't like
stepped
tripping.
on Legos before. And man, does he ever get mad. That's exactly what he says.
Except when he steps on Lego.
He sets some ice flows off sometimes with that big old when he steps on a Lego. So it's good that you have a clean floor. But do you have something on your floor? Could you just drop? Is it okay if he just drops something?
Oh yeah, I'll just knock over all the embellishments on the floor there. No problem. Yeah, I got something to clean that up.
Yeah, that's right. Manager, right over here.
Yeah.
Clean up on aisle 2. How big is the card department? Is it real big?
Actually, it's not that big. We have about maybe 7 employees that just pump out millions of cards. They're just so quick at it. Yeah. So it's a
we'll be
pretty
that quick?
small outfit.
I don't know if we'll be that quick, but we'll go try. Okay,
I'll
so
slow
something
myself
from your
down,
floor.
like I'm fantastic, I'm the best, right? But I'm going to slow it down just to be fair.
I appreciate that, because I'm not that fast. So we'll
You're
see.
very
We'll
modest.
just do what we do, right?
Yeah.
Well, do you think we can come up with something with those 4 parameters? Holiday
Yes.
card, drinking vessels, trees, something from your floor. I think we're going to come up with something.
Yes, I'm sure we can come up with probably something.
I don't know what, but we'll figure it out. Okay, then you go to the storage department and see if you can get some things for a card. Chatterbox, thank you so much for being here and understanding that we don't know what we're doing. And Mr. Producer, you've been pushing the right buttons, so carry on. We'll be right back after this. Hey, Cool Mary here. You might remember me from my breakthrough role, the In Review infomercial. While normal me and the special guest are gathering their supplies, let me take this opportunity to tell you about our stamp set, our die set. Whoa. Let me, Cool Mary, show you what you can do with them. Tubular. Whoa! Gnarly. Yes, you can order these off our web shop. Every purchase helps support our shows, and in return, you can be like me, Cool Mary. Once upon a time, in a land of glitter and glue, there was Mary, who had lost her crafting mojo. Desperate, she called the one person who could help. Doc! Mary asked for one of Doc's brilliant inventions to save the day. Doc sprang into action, her lab a whirlwind of creativity. With a cry of, "Great Scott!" Doc unveiled her masterpiece, the Craft Roulette Creative Companion. She called Mary, and with a touch of movie magic, handed over the book. Mary was stunned. The book was incredible! Out of nowhere, Biff appeared to cause trouble.
Give me that book, blockhead!
A flurry of stamps sent him packing. Mary quickly explained the wonders of the book, showing its many secrets. The Craft Roulette Creative Companion is a project sketchbook designed to accompany creators along their journey through Craft Roulette's weekly challenge and its many adventures. Use it as a project planner, an idea bank, as a journal, or any combination of the three. Each spread has room to record all the essentials of the Craft Roulette Challenge. There are 100 spreads in each book, plus some extra room to sketch and make notes. The Craft Roulette Creative Companion is a collaboration with Trinity Stamps. To get yours, check out the video description for more information.
Mary, let's get back to the craft.
Well, I raided the stock. I did. I even went for a full sheet of paper. Don't tell my sister Mary. You know, it's just like I'm thinking of all those times that she held me down and said, "I'm going to tell. Don't you tell Mom about that." And I'm so anyway. I'm thinking of that. And I'm going to cut into a whole new, brand new sheet of paper. But I love my sister Mary. And I thank you so much on her behalf, Jessica B. and Card Monkey. Thank you for your super chats. This is so nice. You guys are the nicest. That's what the word is. You know, we travel a lot, Mr. Claus and I. And we hear often that the craft roulette community culture is what my sister calls it, is the nicest. And I kind of think so. I think you're as nice as like a whole village of elves, which are just pretty doggone nice. Somebody's asking me about JD. I went over there since I haven't been up in the North Pole, and it is a little hard to get down here. Even with the sleigh and everything, I did go over to see him, and he's just adorable. He is just so cute. He showed me that even at 9 months, he can turn off the light, and then he looks at the light bulb and go, oh. So he's getting that magic thing going on. Oh. He's starting to figure things out, and it's just really good. He's just cute as can be. And I understand that if I say JD, you get to eat chocolate. Is this true? You guys have more fun. So JD, let's all have a piece of chocolate. That's wonderful. I'm sticking with candy canes tonight for now, but peppermint and chocolate's sometimes very delicious. There you go. So thanks for asking. Yeah, he's just as cute as can be. I know that Santa has something special that he was going to have his parents get for his Christmas this year. So, okay, so let's see. Holiday card. I'm going to make probably a season. I'm seeing a season's greeting on this little stamp set over here. She has the cutest stamp sets. No, she must love stamping. She's got the cutest stamp sets. She's got some wonderful papers. She told me, don't touch the Your Paper inside her Fancy Pants paper. You're not smart enough for them yet. But she did leave me the little scraps, so I might be able to pull something out. They are pretty. I can see why she wouldn't want me to. Oh, there's a pretty piece of green. That would be a tree color. I think I'll pull some green out. Okay. Well, are you ready to come back? Oh, wait, before we bring back Mary Gary, relatively thoughtful, who is Sally, and she's in the UK, and she's up, and it's late over there, and she says, I just love being part of the Craft Roulette family. Hope you all have a great Christmas. Well, Sally, we think you are a special part, too, as you are, as I remember, one of the sponsors to Craft Roulette, and you give away stuff, great gifts to our friends. You're kind of like your own little Santa, aren't you? That's so nice. I love that because we only work on the December. So that's nice when you fill in when we're not here. So thank you so much. We're glad to have you. All right, Mary Gary, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I got some stuff going on here. Got a little screen here. I found this on the floor. Someone was wrapping some presents. So we'll see if we can do something with that.
That's a good idea.
And we got Christmas. I mean, there's Rudolph. And,
I just found a star on my floor.
Yeah, and we got some things and drinking vessels. I got a whole bunch of drinking vessels here.
Perfect.
Look at them all. I mean, fantastic stuff.
That is good stuff. And
so
nothing
now
that would hurt
for
Santa.
One of my employees to come and make a card for me. Is that what we do here?
No, you are on your own, Mary Gary.
What?
See this one? She left this for me. It says something from my floor. So I'm good. So, okay, you think we can do it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you are just joining us, this is an unusual Craft Roulette episode because I am Mary Gunn's sister, Mary Claus. Yes, I'm the one from the North Pole. And I'm here with the wonderful Mary Gary. And Mary Gary, what is your position again? I never get it quite right. There's so many jobs up there. I forget the names.
I am the lead of the North Pole embellishment and card making department.
That is a big job.
That is a huge job.
You get a lot of help from the Craft Roulette people then, don't you?
I do. We do. We watch the show all the time, and we're always casing your guys' cards legally. And
I love
posting them.
that. We know, though, we're pretty smart up there. We're not just sitting up there turning into fluffy-headed mullyguggins or whatever that elf guy said. What's that?
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I get my words all mixed up.
Oh yes, me too. It's very easy to do.
It's kind of a fun game that we play with the elves up there. Word mix. Yeah. And then we kind of start getting giggles, and it's fun.
Right.
Well, I went with a mug for my drinking vessel and something from my floor. I did just find this star, so that will be perfect. My tree color, I'm going to cut into a new piece of paper. And I've also found in her fancy pants paper some real pretty glitter and some shiny stuff.
Yes.
And even though I don't make cards, I think I'm going to be able to pull it off. I wonder could I even put a little candy cane if I did something like that? Would that work?
I think so. I think that's
That
very
might
sweet.
be really fun. And
Yeah, not very good for mailing in the post, but
No, it wouldn't. I didn't even think of that. I did get this out, and I thought, well, that might be cute. Looks like he's had one too many cocos. This little polar bear. Right before we went live, you went out and you had to run to the washroom, and did you almost run into a polar bear? Was that what you were saying?
I did.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
Yeah, they're not too bad. They're kind of friendly. I wouldn't say Coca-Cola friendly, but they can be. They're okay. It's just a little passive aggressive. They can be, but you just play along and everything's okay.
They do keep you on your toes, though.
Oh, they do.
They don't want to. They want to make sure they're boss. It'd be nicer if they were Coca-Cola friendly.
Yeah, you can get some free Coca-Cola. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah. To put in your drinking vessel.
Yes, exactly. I'm more of a coffee drinker, or coffee in my hot chocolate, but we don't tell anyone that. We just kind of sneak that in there.
Well, you do keep up with you have quotas and things to keep up with.
Yeah. I mean, I got to make sure people are making those cards.
That's right. What's your favorite motivational technique?
I kind of like to go down there and just stare at them, because when you stare at them, they get all nervous. And
because of those eyebrows?
What was wrong with my eyebrows?
Is it the eyebrows? Is it like that's like intimidating?
You do the
little intimidation
brow.
Right.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those. Sometimes eyebrows can be very intimidating.
Yes, and I have quite the eyebrows.
Well, you do, but they keep your eyes warm.
I never thought about that, but that's definitely true. I can't.
And it keeps the snowflakes.
Ever been cold.
I point exactly, and it keeps the snowflakes out of your eyes.
Yeah, that is very true. That is the biggest benefit.
Yeah. Don't scoff at that. Because it snows a lot.
It's snowing right now. I tell you right now. Yes, it is.
Oh.
I don't think it's stopped snowing. But
snowing in the morning.
Why the heck do they make things with so many darn pieces in it? I just want a Rudolph.
Well, Santa is kind of into minimalism in a way. I mean, there's a lot of reindeer that want to go out every Christmas Eve, but he says no, 8's enough. 8 is enough. So that's where we stop. And so there's always those that are me, Santa. But
Oh
he
yeah,
says,
huge lineup.
huge. I think, do elves ever sneak in there and go on the sleigh with him, or as a helper or anything?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I've heard stories
Have you?
of
I've
elves.
wondered.
Yeah. I think there was that one guy. What was his name? Snooty Snazzlenose. I think he snuck up once, and yeah, he
would
made it
be
to
like Snooty.
Florida actually, and they dropped him off, and Santa was trying to teach him a lesson. Unfortunately, Florida's a pretty great place to be, so he was much better than didn't learn his lesson.
So Snooty stayed?
Yeah, he stayed. He never came back.
Oh my gosh, I
He's
forgot
still there
that
today.
part.
Yeah.
Oh, for Pete's sake, I had forgotten that part about Snooty. I
Mhm.
wondered where he'd been. I hadn't seen him in quite a while.
Yeah. I mean,
So he's
I
in
heard he's having
Florida.
a great time. Yeah, in Florida,
Jeepers.
of all places, right? Florida.
Well, Santa didn't quite get it that time. Yeah, that's a little bit different than the North Pole. That is for sure.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It is.
Snooty. He
I don't
always
think they
was
get
kinda
as much
snooty.
snow as we do. I think maybe a little bit less.
A little bit, but those gators. Oh my goodness, those gators. He'd be a
Yeah.
tidbit. He'd just be a little morsel.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
a little
I'm
elf.
not sure what's
and
worse,
all.
a gator or a passive-aggressive polar bear.
Well, no, I don't know which one's which. I don't like. I just like niceness. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Exactly.
what we try, right?
Yeah.
Mary Gary. Yeah,
Exactly. That's all that matters. Is just being nice.
that's what our philosophy is. It's not. It's Makuna Matata or whatever that thing is. It's that
Hey.
word game, getting it all mixed up, like I like to do.
Okay, we got. What else missing
This
here?
looks like holiday. Well, I hope my sister's having a good time because I know I am.
Where did she go? Did I miss that?
She didn't tell me. She didn't tell me. Maybe she went down to see Snooty down in Florida, but she wasn't going to be gone very long. So, but
No.
they fly, sometimes. So you get there here and there pretty quick.
Did she get the flying treatment? She got sent there. She got the-
Are you asking if Mr. Claus sent her there for a little
Yeah.
week? Yeah, I don't know. I think he likes to have her just where he can keep an eye on her. So if she's in her studio, they know. He knows that she's not causing too much trouble. That's pretty good.
Right.
I'm looking at our friends in the chatterbox. They're pretty cute people. Oh, there's a nice Mad Cutting Skills is what Sassy's LLC says with her super chat. Thank you so much. My sister's going to be so happy.
Yeah. What a great way to come back to.
Yeah, she'll just be thrilled. They have these folks called members,
Yeah.
and they ask questions. They often have questions that they can ask during the week for their guests, and you are a guest.
Wow. So I get to ask the guests questions.
You,
Is that what you're saying? I get to
no,
ask?
no,
No?
no, other way around. They've already asked, and you get to answer.
Oh, I get to answer. Oh, that seems like
Mhm.
quite the. Oh, yes. I mean, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Did you have a question for the chatterbox or anything?
No, I wasn't prepared. I'm kind of
Okay,
glad that
that's-
they're asking me questions.
That's fair enough. Well, I'm glad too because they've got some good ones. So, for instance, Linda Veal, who is on the nice list, asks, "What year did you make your first Christmas card?" Now, you are not a young elf.
Not at all. Not at all.
So, did you start making Christmas cards like early on? Are you born into that your job,
No.
or what is that?
No, actually, before card making, I was the guy responsible for the spokes on wheels of wooden toys. Back then, wooden toys were the craze. Everyone did wooden toys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now
Uh-huh.
it's those video games and much harder to make with wooden spokes. So that's what I used to do.
Yeah, those are a monster to make with wooden spokes.
Yes,
I
exactly.
just-
I don't even think it
yeah.
works. I
I
think
don't-
they
I
were
don't
just humoring
suppose.
me.
Yeah, there's a
And,
lot of technology that you have to learn when you live at the North
Yeah.
Pole, isn't there? Yeah.
There is, and that's why it's great to be in the card making because it's less than some of those
Yeah.
poor other elves.
Oh boy, they
Yeah.
really have to go to tech school. I think Mr. Producer may even get a chance to teach a class to some of the elves on some of the tech toys this next year.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I
That's
think so.
Very fantastic.
Yeah, like game shows. He might be able
Yeah.
to. Yeah, Santa wanted to pick his brain about a game show kind of thing and different
Oh,
different
that sounds,
things such as that. Mm-hmm.
that's cool.
I know.
I'm sure you can learn a lot from Mr. Producer.
Oh yeah, I think so. I think he's got a lot of nog knowledge. They kiss their brains around here. Do you guys do that in the card making department? Or should we start?
I think we should start doing that. I think that's quite the fantastic thing. It's a very good team building exercise. Yes.
Kiss each other's noggins?
Well, I was thinking our own noggins, but if we want to get it that way, yes, I might have to go through HR first.
Probably. Oh my gosh, they get a little bit testy about certain things. So you're right. I'll make a note of that. There we go. I don't want to forget that note. So when did you, after you did the wheel thing, when did you start making cards?
It was probably about, I would say the late 19th century around. I'm trying to remember the exact date. I would say probably in the 1850s, 60s. I can't remember exactly, but
okay.
it was just becoming a thing. The very, very first Christmas card, I believe, was around some time there, and Santa was interested. He was talking about, and I'm not sure if you were involved at the time, but he was wanting to look into new revenues. I guess he's always thinking ahead of time. He's always
He is
always
an
ahead of the game.
entrepreneur.
It's not cheap. Yes, there he is. It's not cheap to run the North Pole, and so that was around the late 19th century. I was actually working in the toy store or the toy workhouse, and I was really good at making spokes, and so I would get my quota done for the day quite early. And what would happen is I would kind of get bored, so I would just hum Christmas tunes to myself and doodle on wooden scraps. And Santa caught me one day. He came in and he's this, the ho ho guy, that nonsense he does there. And he said, "Hey, what are you doing there?" And I was a little scared at first. I've never seen Santa mad, but there's always a first.
Right.
He probably thought I was slacking off or something. So
he would.
I was just covering my work, but he seemed interested, and all he said with a little twinkle in his eye, he's like, "Come to my office at the end of your shift."
Oh, that could make you a little nervous. Yeah. He's big.
The big jolly guy, much taller than me.
When you're an elf, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And he knew that. I think he knows what he's doing. And so then I head that way after my shift. And there you were there, actually. I'm not sure if you were a part of it, like I said, but you were aware of what was going to be asked of me. And
yeah.
And
sounds a little familiar.
And he said the whole plan. He was talking about how these cards were being made with sentiments and stuff, and he figured it would be a good thing to start looking into. And he thought that potentially I would be a good candidate for the head of that department.
Well,
And
he
of
was
course,
certainly right.
yes, and of course, at the time, it was just called the Department of Cards, and so because we really didn't know what we were doing, and so I've been doing that for hundreds of years now.
Yep, yep. It's been a while. It has been a while, and you have done such good work.
Thank
Remember
you.
how fancy those cards were back then?
Mhm.
All the foo-foo and swag and
Yes,
all the
foo-foo.
incredible.
We couldn't get enough of the foo-foo.
They kept going, more foo-foo over here on bench 2.
Yes, I know. It's kind of crazy. We're like, do you want less foo-foo? No. We need more.
More
Like,
foo-foo.
really?
It was like cowbell or something. More
Yeah,
cowbell,
that was-
more foo-foo,
yeah,
more
exactly. And I'm like,
foo-foo.
I don't even know what foo-foo is, but I kept giving it to them.
You kept handing them
And they were
something,
happy.
that's for sure. I don't have any trouble believing that at all.
I'm
Handing
starting
them
to think they
something.
didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, those were good times. We didn't know. That was before Jennifer McGuire.
Oh,
You
way
know,
before.
before
She
Gina
can-
Kay.
Yep. Those people can totally take my job. But yeah, we probably shouldn't
So
say
long
that
ago.
because I don't
So
want them
long ago.
tempted.
No, they have their jobs. I think they're doing fine. Yeah, those were the day. And postage was only seconds. I'm
Mhm.
just pennies.
Yep.
Nothing.
Yep.
Just a little. Nothing much to send a card.
I didn't even know what post was at the time. I was just sending them in the mail and wondering why they kept coming back.
It did have a little bit of a learning curve there, didn't it? Yeah, I remember that. It was like, here's a big bag. We'd hand it off on one day, and then here's a big bag the next day. Get it right back.
It's like, no. I want to give it away. No, I don't want it back. The problem was me.
Oh well, you didn't know. We were just learning. We were all all learning.
We were all learning. I'm a little slower learner, but still learning.
I think you're just exactly right. Oops, don't want to forget this thing. Look at this pretty paper. You can kind of see through it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yes. My sister's got good stuff here.
Yep.
Do you think there's anything that I need to bring back to the North Pole from my sister's place here? Do you think?
Yeah, I noticed.
Are you
had a
missing
bunch
anything?
of Catherine Pooler inks back there. I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't mind snagging those.
You think I should get some?
Yeah, I mean, just replace them with empty cartridges. I'm sure she will think she just ran
That
out.
is such an elf thing to do. You've been hanging around with the trolls again. That is just on the verge of trollish.
No, I can never confirm nor deny that I ever know of working with and playing with and talking to trolls.
Oh my gosh. They are such a bad influence. I thought we'd run them out of the North Pole. Are they still hanging out? Sheesh. Oh, Lenine is on the nice list. Thank you, Lenine, for the $25 super chat for my sister. Love my weekly craft roulette inspiration. Thank you for creating this amazing community. Here's to many more weeks of fun.
Yes.
We spell fun, F-U-N-N, in the North Pole.
We do. It started off with a spelling error, and then we learned that it was just the way it was going to be from this point onwards.
That's how that's how my sister got it. She's, I was on a Zoom call with her one night, and I said, "Sis, I think you need to set yourself apart with that fun thing and add an N." And she said,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, all right. She'd say, I don't write very clearly anyway. I'll just keep going when I write my name." So it's worked
There you
out pretty well for her. I'm just glad she didn't marry somebody named Ad, because then it would be Mary Ad Sad, and that would just be no good. No good.
No good at all. No, not at all.
No. So I know this time of year, a lot of people watch a documentary on the North Pole
Mm.
called Elf. Did you ever work with Elf?
Is that the documentary where the elf what's his name? Buddy that went to
Mhm,
New York?
mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one.
I've never met the guy, but
He never worked in cards.
no, he never worked in cards. He was from what I heard, he was a human that snuck into a sleigh when he was a baby or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And we tried for a long time. You probably weren't, I was kind of there, but because Santa was kind of like involved. And so it kind of upset Santa for, a lot. And because he didn't want to hurt the kid's feelings. The kid was great. I mean, he was a super guy, and he just didn't fit in. But so they had to tell him the truth, and it was just heartbreaking. But I think it's had a great ending, and I think he's doing super great now. So with the book and everything, you got a book deal.
Heard he reconnected with his family and stuff. So that's great.
Yeah. And his biological dad, got back on the nice list. That was a good thing.
Great.
That we all celebrated, like they do in the Parade of Achievements. We were all celebrating. Well, Peggy, I think I'm going to make sure I'm going to check with Santa, but I bet you are on the nice list. We're so glad to have you here, and thank you for the super chat on behalf of my sister and Mr. Producer. Y'all are so nice. Oh my goodness. Well, this is pretty fun. This is not quite as fun as smelling wonderful warm cookies when they come out of the oven, but this is pretty fun.
Oh, yes, the cookies. Those are fantastic. You know what? I think I'm kind of going on a break here. I think this is taking too long. I deserve myself a little treat
cookies.
Here.
Oh my goodness!
I've been working really hard on this. There's so many pieces. There's like 100 pieces to make this Rudolph.
That Rudolph has more pieces than his harness. In life, they're all tacking up for Christmas Eve. Man, that's a complicated situation. Whew.
A funny thing is the whole kitchen is unguarded in the North Pole. Me
I'm a little
and
worried.
Paper Cuts, we were taking a little break, and we snuck into the kitchen. There's no one guarding it. So these are all the cookies that are being made by actual Mary Claus herself.
Oh,
there's like a whole pantry. And
oh
shoot, Santa Claus is here. I should probably put that aside. I can't.
I didn't. Boy, that was close. He doesn't mind if he gets in on his share. I did leave you a couple million dozen before I left because I didn't want you to run out.
Yeah, about that. I think you need to leave more next time.
More than a couple million dozen?
Yeah. We got through that the first. We were watching some Netflix, and we just started eating a bunch of cookies.
Gosh darn, you guys are something else. I'm going to have to let out your pants, even the stretchy pants. Connie, another sweet, generous gift from Connie. Thank you so much. Oh, gosh, we love spending time with you all on Friday night. I spend every Friday night with this show. Yeah, even I sometimes have a little direct contact with my sister in her ear. Sometimes. Yeah, remember how funny it was when the cookie department was right next door to the card making department, and all the elves would sneak into the cookie. They'd go into the kitchen and eat the cookies because you would smell it, and I'd pretend that I was gone, but you know where I was? I went sneaking into the card department so I could make some cards, so I could make one tonight while you guys were eating my cookies.
Sneaky. We never knew. We're wondering all these. You ever heard that story about the shoe cobbler and these little elves come and the night and make shoes? Well, we thought we had a bunch of little elves in our little card shop there making cards for us while we were snacking on cookies.
It was me. It was me, and I left those cookies for you because you are such good hard workers.
Well,
that was funny. And then Santa got involved, and he moved the card shop away from the kitchen, so
yes,
I wouldn't be
too close.
so tempted. Yeah,
I think we were too close, and he knows what's best for us.
he does. He's one sharp exec. He's a real good exec. But it was fun. It was fun. I want some snowflakes. I hope you're doing okay up there in the North Pole, Santa. Have you eaten enough cookies today?
His face is full of them. I can tell by this ho-ho-hoing.
Well, it's hard. You know, sometimes when your mouth gets a little too full of cookies and you ho-ho, you get cookie crumbs all over too. So I know I probably have a mess up there. Irene Hattrick Smith, you're too kind. And ho-ho-ho back to you too, sister. That's so nice. So nice. And Debbie Orens, my sister told me all about you and told me that you are the fan club president of Decoy Duck.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm trying to get his name. Yeah. Here, he even has his own little ornament on my tree this year. Thank you, Deb Orens. That is so nice. You are on the nice list for sure. Well, this has been more fun than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little nerve-wracking. Mary Gary?
Yeah. Just got to get some tape in here.
We're doing okay.
There we go. And that's how you wrap a present. I should be the lead of the wrapping department.
Well, you know, sometimes there's an opening, especially this time of year, when they need somebody to step in and help.
Yeah, but Crafter Rapperson never lets go of that position. He's very determined to keep it.
Oh, what was his name again?
Crafter Rapperson.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Very easy to
him.
remember because his last name just happens to be the same as rapping.
Yeah, he is pretty proud of that
rapper.
name. Yeah, he's a rapper, all right. He's pretty proud of his name and his position and his talents.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get a name like Rapperson if unless maybe your first name is Crinkle, you might get some position. But
yeah, well, are you saying there's nepotism at the North Pole?
I'm not saying that.
Neither deny or confirm. I'm feeling a very, very elusiveness about you, Mr. Elf.
It's all just fun and games, just make sure you have some good times and good spirits.
I agree. It's okay. We do need to keep up our spirits. That's a big part of our job.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way you can have the Christmas spirit for 365 or 366 sometimes. I don't know.
A lot of days.
Yeah, without keeping that up. So
right. You are so right.
Look at that big drinking vessel on this guy. Yeah.
That is a mighty big drinking vessel.
One of those Stanley mugs. I think they're...
Stanley that's a big one this year on the Christmas lists. Oops, I got some up there. Let's see if I can wipe it up. My sister warned me about stamping after the card's put together. She said you should always finish it's kind of like to spread Christmas cheer for all you just sing and whatever that thing was that Buddy said. But I forget. I'm kind of new at this. It's kind of like forgetting the baking soda and trying to put it in once the cookie is baked. Doesn't work. That's kind of what it reminds me of. It's just not a good combination.
Exactly.
Sue Small Kreider, one of the nice folks that support Craft Roulette down here in the US of A, ask, what colors and materials does Mary Gary prefer to work with? She wants to know if you are team orange, purple, teal, rainbow, or are you something else?
I see there's no green on that list. Is the list broken?
It may be broken. It may just be broken.
I don't. Those are colors for sure, but I guess green is in rainbow. I can maybe pull that out.
That's true.
But that might be a stretch. That might be like stretchy pant behavior there.
We do wear stretchy pants in the North Pole too, don't we? But they're usually very warm. Yeah. They're kind of like stretchy pants with a lot of fur lining.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not as comfortable as you might think.
They're bulky.
We look like we're all running around with parachute pants.
MC Hammer.
Yes, exactly.
I kind of like those pants, but I know it's just that Christmas thing. But we do have a colorful workshop with all sorts of colors.
Oh yes, there's lots of colors. Color is not shy of that place.
No, and we have all that beautiful backdrop of white snow all the time. So pretty up there. So pretty. Do you get any when people want cards, do they wait till the end, too close to the end of the season sometimes? Do you see that happening?
Yeah, I guess there's the odd time.
You get like rush orders, or do you rush all the time?
All the time. That's why it's kind of hard to answer that, because it feels like it's a rush every day of the year.
But time goes so fast, and when you're laughing, when we laugh and sing up there,
it's very important to laugh.
Fold those cards, fold those cards right now. We just want a whole big bunch, even for each cow. Hey,
hurry it up! I don't something. You just keep singing that.
Yeah, we don't have to have lyrics. We just say something.
Oh, no. I mean, I eventually just got one of those drums that you just sit in the end in the front of the whole room and you just bang it, and then they start
Ben-Hur.
Yeah, it's like dum, 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 and then they know what the
ramming speed, folding speed. Boom, 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 boom. Do you mostly do everything manually too? Or do you have a lot of technology with all the cards that go wham, 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 wham down the line, all folded up, and then you get them and you smack something on? Or is it all by hand?
We're expanding. Definitely everything was by hand at one point, but we're trying to. I don't want to spoil them, so every maybe couple decades I might bring something in.
That's pretty fast in North Pole terms.
Yes, definitely.
Every few decades, sometimes even millennium. I
mean, if I gave them all the new stuff right away, they would be so spoiled.
Well, that's probably true. So you are in charge not only of embellishments and cards, but supplies for the cards. Yes. Do you do the designing, or do you have a design team? Design teams I hear are very popular with craft companies.
I used to design them, and I thought that's why Santa asked me to do it, because he saw me doodling and stuff. But he didn't see the quality. Apparently, he never said those words. But whenever I say, "Hey, how about I make some cards? What do you think of this?" He does ho ho hos.
You never know. You never are quite sure sometimes on his ho ho hos if he's like happy ho 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 Or
All these years,
oh, not so much. Ho, ho, ho.
after all those years, you would think you would be able to decipher that ho ho ho, but they all sound the same
But
to
I
me.
still can't. I still can't. He still surprises me every once in a while. He can also do it on purpose, where I think I know what his ho-hos mean, and then he's doing it just as a decoy, kind of like Decoy Duck does. He's sneaky. But he's so many responsibilities.
But he knows what he's doing. Like there's no you just trust because you know.
Yeah,
he
sees you when you're sleeping.
Which is quite creepy. So I'm surprised.
I was going to say, sometimes when I'm asleep and I wake up and he's just sitting there looking at me. And I think, oh, man, he does see me when I'm sleeping. Oh, there he is. We better quit talking about him.
Yeah, I think he's listening.
I don't want to be on his naughty list. No, not me.
Just bake some of those good old-fashioned cookies, and
he does have a weakness.
Yes, he does.
Some people have weaknesses for tacos, not him. He has weaknesses for cookies.
I don't blame him. Those cookies are quite fantastic.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Do you have a favorite one? Do you have So what is your favorite one that I make?
So tough. If I had to pick, it was that one time you made those what were they? Chocolate espresso crinkle cookies. They were like these chocolate things and had the white snowy stuff on them. But that was good. But the rest of them, they're all good. They're all fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you. I make about 10,000 kinds. So it's pretty hard to narrow it down, I'm sure. But yeah, the ones with the espresso are really good. And they keep you up. They keep you moving. Really good in December.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like that one too. I'm kind of getting hungry. You know, they don't, cookies are not as easy to make down here as they are at the North Pole. And so I haven't made any.
Like some type of magic or something, or?
Yeah, it takes forever. You just have to stand there. 8 minutes every time. 8 minutes. It takes a dozen cookies, 8 minutes. They don't have like the huge ovens, the whole wall of ovens. Like in the North Pole, I can put a tray of cookies in on one end and keep going clear down the line, putting in trays of cookies. And then when I get to the end, it's time to go back and take the cookies out. And so it's just
that's
one
what
after.
Kitchen's like.
Yeah, it works really slick. But no, they just have like one oven here, and it just takes too long. So
maybe that's why the Christmas cheer is kind of slowed down, is because people can't make hundreds of cookies at once.
I think you may be onto something there. Sylvia Torres says she loves your card, Mary Gary. I do too.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's really great.
Maybe you'll see it in Hallmark or something.
Wouldn't that be something? But it will be in the gallery. And my sister wants me to remind everybody that they can play too. So we want to see their cards. Like we just got to enjoy last week's gallery before the show. And we want to see everybody else's too. They're so inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know. Mary Gary may case your card at the North Pole sometime.
Well, wouldn't that be something?
Who was that elf that was messing with the glitter last year and got buried in glitter? Who was that?
Oh, that was Cardi Sparkle.
My gosh, that is such a...
I actually had to put a limit on the amount of glitter that's allowed in the shop because she went overboard with the glitter, and so she was just making and who was it? It was Foldy McCrease, maybe it was, I think, and he sneezed, and that glitter just went everywhere. That was about 50 years ago, and I'm still cleaning up that glitter.
true. It's true. You know, that's why our snow at the North Pole has so many more glittery diamonds in it than most people's snow. Is because of that incident.
Yeah, it's pretty much 80% glitter up here.
It's okay. I mean, that's really pretty, but I'm sorry to hear you're still cleaning up. Gosh. You just dump it outside?
Yeah, just sweep it,
Yeah, just... I think that works just fine. It doesn't seem to hurt. We use environmentally friendly glitter.
I think this reindeer is supposed to have a little dance to it, but I can't seem to find any of those...
Reindeer dances in the reindeer games. Do you ever play reindeer games?
Well, I remember one time I was not working. Sorry, I'm looking for tape. I was part of a snow fighting competition, and
Really?
yeah, I'm actually undefeated.
I hadn't heard that. The Olympics of snow fighting?
We should clarify that to the audience that the North Pole is actually quite big. So just because we all live there, we don't know all the shenanigans that go along, because we're all busy in different areas.
Well, we have to stay happy. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why Mary is not overly familiar with this particular instance.
No. There's so many. Well, there's dolls, and there's tech, and there's all the supporting members. There's the mail room. There's the card makers.
Yes.
There's antique toys. There's toys yet to be invented. And then there's Santa. Oh, my goodness. Keeping him happy is a full-time job.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there he goes again.
Yeah, he's a little needy sometimes. But I didn't say that. I was... yeah. But he knows what he's doing. Yes, that's exactly.
That's the one. And a lot of people depend on him, so we have to do it. We have to do our part.
He definitely makes you
I'm not
smile.
complaining. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not complaining.
No, not at all. I love the guy. He's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a snowballing competition, and
yeah, tell me
it
more.
was when I was a little bit younger, and it's one of those ones. It's a very simple game. A bunch of you go into a field, an arena, and if you get hit, you're out. So the last person standing, that's simple games. And I'm no Frosty Quick Arm or Twinkle Flingerson, but
who is?
Yeah, exactly right. Like, come on. But they haven't been playing in a long time. But there was this one guy, or elf, I should say, and Tinsel Frostbite, and he was notorious for winning this competition. Like, he was just always outperforming everybody. It was just a crazy skill he has. And
well, he was called Tinsel Frostbite because he was as thin as tinsel, right? Wasn't that how he got his name?
Yeah.
He so
and when you got
nobody could hit him.
And when you got hit by one of the snowballs, you felt it like a
instant
really
frostbite. Yeah.
But it's good you know that part about the tinsel.
Oh, I heard about it.
So it came down to just me and him.
Oh,
and
dear.
So I'm lining. I have like this little piece of cardboard box that I'm using as a fort. It's much quicker than building snow forts, and so I'm hiding behind that and not really remembering that I need to worry about what's behind me. So suddenly I heard this crack, like a step, rookie mistake for Tinsel Frostbite to make that noise. So I just boot it. I'm just running. I'm just going and not paying attention, and I slipped on some ice. And I fell right on my back. And just as that happens, a big snowball just goes zipping right through my head, and I'm like, oh, like that was close. And so I try to get up. Ice is, as the audience knows, the ice is pretty thick, slippery, and so I'm trying to get up, and sure enough, there's Tinsel Frostbite, big grin on his tinsel skinny body, looking at me, holding one of his infamous snowballs.
The infamous ones.
Yeah, he was terrible at phrases and stuff, and he thought he won, and he's like, "I'll see you tomorrow." And I'm like, I was kind of stumped by that, but like I'm trying to grab, where's my snowball? I realized that the snowball that I was holding, I must have lost it because it wasn't in my hand anymore.
Oh no.
No.
Oh,
And so
no.
I thought I had lost. I got that far. But what I didn't realize until he lifted up his hand to throw it at me, my snowball was hovering over his head. I had somehow lobbed it in the air, and it was floating over him. And just as before he throws it on me, it lands on his head. And I was declared the winner, and I never played again undefeated. Oh boy, that was the greatest day of my life.
That is a great memory. Oh, that Tinsel, he was a stinker. We had to kind of,
Yeah.
he
Well,
was on the
everybody has
naughty
their
list a
thing.
couple times.
Yeah. I mean, when you're that good, sometimes it gets to your head.
Well, this is true. I am
Yeah.
glad that you took care of that. I'm glad that you did the levitating snowball trick.
Yeah,
And
I don't
even
think
when
it
you
was
didn't
actually
even know you did it.
levitating, honestly, but I think what happened was, when things happen and all of a sudden everything goes in slow motion. I think
Kind of
that
caught a
just looked
thermal.
like it looked like it was hovering there, but it probably wasn't. I don't think that would make sense with gravity. And
Well, things are different up at the North Pole. That's for
yeah,
sure.
that's true. That's true. There's lots of magic.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of difference. Like the whole all day night, all night day.
Mhm,
It's different up there. But
mhm.
I wouldn't trade it. I'm ready to come home.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
so welcoming you to come home because we need more cookies.
You love me for my cookies. Well, how is that card coming along? It looks
I think
good.
it is fantastic. Look at that. That is.
Oh man,
mean,
that's
It
real
took me 100
good.
years just to find all the pieces and papers for that ridiculous reindeer. But look how cute that is. Now that's
It is.
Rudolph in his Stanley mug.
Uh-huh.
Or should I say it's a drinking vessel?
His Stanley drinking vessel.
Yeah.
I see the tree colors. It's
Tree
definitely
colors, you got-
holidayish with Rudolph. And
Mhm.
you've got something from your floor, some wrapping
Yeah,
paper.
there you go. Now even wrapped.
Yeah.
Professional wrapper that I am.
It's nice to have more than one talent. And we
Mhm.
appreciate
Yes.
you elves that are multitaskable. That's
Mhm.
important to Santa and me. And I think I did it too. I did a holiday card. It says season's greetings and tree colors. I've got the green, but there's some red berries and some blue those blue things on those trees. I can't think, cypress or something. They have those blueberries. And then my drinking vessel is a big mug, and something from my floor was this little red star. Yeah,
That
and
is
I threw
a
in
beautiful card.
a North Pole special there, a polar bear.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that was fun, Mary Gary. You did great.
So did you. You should join the team more often. Not sneak in like we sneak in stealing cookies.
Well, I'll try to be more forthright than that when I do. That's a good thing to remind me of. I do like making cards. I do believe it makes a very, very Merry Christmas. And I know that we get quite a few letters at the North Pole and sometimes cards with them, but mostly letters.
Mhm.
And we sure enjoy reading them and getting each and every one of them. And now that we know about mailing, how to mail things, we don't get our own mail back like we talked about earlier.
Yes. Very
Yeah,
important.
that was so funny. Well, okay. I've got my little list here. I'm going to see what my sister wants me to do next. She said, "Don't leave the elf on the shelf." Okay, I'm not going to leave Mary Gary on the shelf for Pete's sake. Heck no. Okay, we got that one done. Oh, I'm supposed to tell everybody how to play, tell people who's coming up,
Yes.
thank our members, and give away some stuff. And then good night. We'll come back and say good night to you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you have worked hard. Oh, my goodness. Well done, Mary Gary. I've got candy cane on my fingers. It's delicious. Well, Mary Gary and Mary Claus and Mary Gunn all want you to play. This could be a great week, especially if you're home and you don't know what to do. Make a card using those 4 parameters. If you don't know what to do, you can always go back to the part where we talked about them and see what kind of things we discussed, you can see some of the gallery that's already being built over on Mary Gunn's website, craftroulette.live, and see other cards that are coming in and see the kind of stuff that people make cards together. Everybody, la la la. Send them before Sunday night. What time is it here? It's like midnight Central Time. Nice people coming up. Biddy Penny next week to bring out the old year. May Helms to bring in the new year. Lydia Fiedler, she loves animals so much. Little chipmunks and everybody. Justine Hovey, she lives clear over in Germany, and she's going to be joining my sister that week. And then Lori Craig. We look forward to having those nice craftettes join my sister, because she needs to have friends. I don't ever tell you about that problem. Join us every week on Craft Roulette. There's those wonderful members we were talking about. These are the people that support and help this show stay on every Friday night. Oh, I know. I'm pretty sure my sister is really glad to have a night off, but she will be looking forward to come back and see you all next week. By the way, she reminded me to tell you, no in review coming up, but next week we will have Craft Roulette, and we will. She has a little recording of me reading our family story, Santa's Long Pants, and we will be releasing that on our YouTube channel, so you can see it. Monday, I believe, is when it's going to go live. And then Mr. Producer, the tech wizard that he is working on a special treat for you for Christmas Day. So if you like cards and it gets done, you're going to love what his little Christmas gift to you. Thank you, members. Thank you for supporting my sister and believing in her show, and Mr. Producer as well. There's that gift. Oh, look, you can see my Christmas tree. I brought it from the North Pole, but she let me borrow this little robot ornament from Deputy Heidi. Doesn't he look nice? There's Eunice. Oh, Eunice is definitely on the naughty list. I think she may be there forever. Ever! That's just a terrible, terrible thing. Huh. I'm looking for my pen. Red, of course. There's a Krog coming out for somebody. That is a Craft Roulette original giveaway, a handmade card with an itty-bitty gift. The way you get on that wheel is to send in a card. These are folks from last week. Wow, it's going really fast. That's going faster than the reindeer over the Pacific Ocean. They go really fast over that because it's so big. Who's going to get a Krog? Oh, sweet Camille Ernst. She's on the nice list. She is definitely on the nice list. That'll be nice for my sister to send you one. I know she will like that very much. A Craft Roulette goodie bag. She tries to give all sorts of good stuff away. This does need to stay in the United States, but if you're not in the United States, she'll send you something. And, oh, you're not in the United States, Tina, but you are on the nice list. I think she has your address, too. Pardon me. I talk as much as my sister. My poor dad. He had to listen to us all talk all the time. Craft Roulette shop a $35 gift certificate. We will be happy to give away that to Ginger. She's in the United States. My sister speaks nice things about Ginger and her artistic abilities. She's kind of like a fine artist, and so it's really fun to have her on. Oh, I read JD. For a bitty penny gift certificate. And my sister left some cards that she made with Bitty Penny's papers. They were pretty. I'm going to show those to Mary Gary. Teresa Farrington. Congratulations, Teresa Farrington. I will leave this list for my sister. I don't want to do that part. And she'll contact you and get things all fixed up for you. So, Congratulations to all. Thank you for joining us tonight. Let's bring back Mary Gary so he can say goodnight. There he is, eating cookies, the fuel of elves. It's okay. It's okay. Just don't say ho, ho, ho when you got a mouthful of cookies.
Right.
Yeah, it's like glitter.
So
Well,
is there
I think that was
some
fun.
planning of an after party at Mary's house since you have it tonight?
Well, I think I'll probably do a Zoom call with Santa and make sure he's doing okay.
Smart.
And then Mary left me her popcorn recipe. So I'm going to try to make her popcorn. She uses a wok. And it's like she never washes it. It's
That's
almost
quite a seasoned wok, I would say.
Yeah, it's a very seasoned wok. And she told me how to make popcorn. And then, of course, I will watch a Christmas movie because it's what I do.
Netflix.
Yeah, it's definitely a Christmas movie night. Well, that was really fun, Mary Gary.
Fantastic. I had a
Thank
great
you.
time. I think we both did fantastic.
I think for a couple of rookies.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. I'm more of a rookie than you. You are at the head of the card department.
Yeah. So this was a breeze, but still pretty hard.
What will your fellow elves be thinking? Will they give you a little parade or a party? Will you be in the parade of achievers right there at the North Pole?
Well, we all like to support each other, so we always like to make sure that whenever something happens, we all just cheer each other on. So I'm not shocked that something will happen.
Yeah, we like parades up at the North Pole. As long as the polar bears aren't cranky.
Yes, those passive-aggressive polar bears.
Well, I think this is when my sister has on her notes for us to kiss our brains. Which we're going to start doing at the North Pole because it's good. It feels good.
Yeah, that feels fantastic. I'm going to do it again. Yeah, wow.
Santa. Thank you, Chatterbox, for joining us tonight. If you're watching the replay, please tell hi to my sister and have a wonderful Merry Christmas. We'll see you after Christmas with Biddy Penny. At least my sister will. Well done, Gary. Golly.